created that rabbit. The result was, if I do remember correctly, some other animals started to flourish and spread widely throughout Australia, against whom they had no answer. So they had to reintroduce the previous animal, whether it was rabbit or whatever else it was. The animal which was removed had to be reintroduced to fight this new menace. So human knowledge is as yet very limited. Experimentation with the creation of Allah, according to the Holy Quran, may take a wrong turning and may destroy the very masters who produce these animals. See?
So if
I have written on this subject with reference to modern technology, etc. in the book which I have been talking about, is now about to be published, I hope. If you are interested in this, I have taken it up with reference to the Holy Quran, with reference to the scientific evidence, etc.
Can I make a very short comment regarding doctors and in the Sajah scheme? The way the medical system in this country works, it's very difficult for a doctor, once he's entered the system, to leave it for say 3 years or 4 years or 5 years to go to Africa and work. Because of the medical expertise and the teaching available in this country to graduates from this country or people studying in this country, I think that what Dr. Saeed Khan Sahib marhum used to do was that after reaching the heights of his profession, he used to get sponsorship from drug companies or other companies and go to Africa for short periods of time. So once people studying in this country reach the heights of their, say, maxillofacial surgery, craniofacial surgery, whichever part of medicine they're in, and they excel in it, then at that time they can go and provide their assistance to the Jamaat or to our hospitals in Africa. And I'm just wondering if Azur has an approval of this.
You have made a statement, not a question.
Does Azur approve of this statement?
I think you are partially right. But I'm looking at consulting the watch over there. I have also to leave for another meeting which is being held in the guest house, where a very prominent architect is visiting from Canada concerning the mosque which is to be built in Vancouver. No. Yes, Vancouver. So they are waiting for me. I've had one session with them, but they expect me again. So if we can bring this session to a close within the next few minutes, 10 minutes or so, then I think I'll appreciate that.
Jazakallah Azur.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Tahir Ahmed. I'm working as a registrar in general medicine at Halifax. And my question is actually related to one of the two questions which have already been asked.
Right.
But maybe that what are your views about this human cloning?
I have expressed my views on cloning so many times, and also with reference to the question, you should have understood that if I condemn transplantation of embryonic cells from one mother to an unrelated person, it is harmful.
Yeah.
But if you enter cloning, then the the change in reproduction will be so wide and so onerous with bad possibilities, harmful possibilities, that I shudder when I imagine the result of such clonings. You see, with cloning you can create an army of Muhammad Ali Clays without the least affection between them, because the affection and love and hatred and aversion are born because of influences of the family, father and mother, and they taking care or lacking care, etc., etc. they go towards making a man's personality. Now such cloned Muhammad Alis could be completely callous. They could be completely without passion for others, sympathy for others, and they may become masters of their own masters after a while, and they begin to destroy the whole human race. They will of course learn cloning themselves as well, won't they? When they grow, they become doctors in a more advanced stage, they will know how to clone themselves. So that cloning would become a danger for the whole world, because they will have the support of a very rich country, and they can do damage not only to America but to the whole society in the world. Cloning is absolutely out of question to be considered as a valid answer to any problem. It's only problematic. It's no answer to any problem at all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was it your time that you gave permission to him?
He did, yes.
That's right, good. Huh?
He's from Manchester.
Yes, that's right.
I'm Dr. Jaleel Mia from Manchester
Yes, I
University.
know the family. Huh?
I have a question on the 3 stages of spiritual development in man. And that could this be related to the control of the biological brain by the intelligent brain? As a neuroscientist, we recognize 2 parts of the brain. One is the biological brain that's driven by our desires, and one is the intelligent part, which develops as we grow old.
But that is not brain at all. It is called mind.
Well, it's part of the brain. It's the cortex,
No.
essentially.
There I beg to differ with you,
Right.
because brain is only the name of the material
Yes.
grey cell mass,
Yes.
which is shared by even goats. You eat the brain of goats and things, but you never eat the mind of goats. So a differentiation has to be made between the brain and the mind. And I have spoken on this subject repeatedly. Dr. Eccles, for instance, one of the chief surgeons of brain surgeon who worked on epilepsy. He quotes in one of his books 34 cases where he had removed the physical mass of the brain altogether, which was responsible for some functioning. But he bears witness that mind took over, which is not a material entity at all. And those functions were still performed. Recently I had a case of an Ahmadi who suffered from extensive brain damage, where the brain was, portions of brain were removed altogether. They were worried, and I told them, don't be worried, you wait and see, Allah will make him start working as a full normal person, as if the whole brain was there. And they have started reporting that this is exactly what's happening. So that's why I differed with you, with due respect. The brain is just a material name for the grey cell mass.
Yes.
Mind is something we cannot locate. To my knowledge, mind is the operator of the computer that we call brain. Brain is the computer. It cannot operate itself. And there has to be someone who operates the computer of the brain. And that something is spirit or soul or mind, whatever you call it.
In terms of the mind, I think people generally believe that the workings of the mind are a function of the workings of the brain matter.
But if you call it a function, then the brain should devise the function and should operate itself. You see, computers do not operate themselves.
No.
At best, the brain is a computer. Without consciousness added to that computer, how to operate